Greetings, terrestrials! The day is April 1st, 2021, and these are some normal times, I'd say. April Fools! These are some strange times indeed, and you're watching Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. I, of course, your host, the Czar of the Bizzare, Cliff McCallister. Every week on this show, we take your calls to hear about your experience with the unexplained, the strange, the bizarre, the things you can't quite wrap your head around. But this week, it's going to be a little different, you see, because the streaming service HBO Max cut themselves a deal with the devil and Warner Brothers Pictures, getting their Warner Brothers films straight to HBO Max before they'd even go to a real physical movie theater, and because of that, we find ourselves here on April 1st as two titans are bearing down upon one another. That's right, Godzilla and King Kong are fighting at last. And it's been said that this episode, this installment of the story will have a definitive winner. I'm trying to load. There we go. We have such so many layers of technology going into making the show happen tonight. I'm broadcasting through Zoom to Steven on Twitch. I've got my iPad, which has Godzilla vs. Kong on it, and I've got my phone that has the chat on it. Everything is plugged in and jumbled all over the place. But we are set up here.
It sure is plugged in, and it sure is jumbled all over the place. I've got a camera in front of me, a camera behind my shoulder that's gonna show where I'm viewing this movie. I'm ready for a showdown, and then also I've got my phone in case I need to quickly chat with anybody.
Incredible, Steven.
Right, thank you.
So we are here tonight on twitch.tv/MetComedyNight to watch Godzilla vs. Kong together on HBO Max. It's going to be quite a show, quite a fun time. We'll be getting that going just in a few minutes, but I want to make sure we have a quorum. I want to make sure we have a full viewing party before we get started. But the way this will work is if you've got Twitch up in one browser tab, you'll get HBO Max up in another browser tab or on your iPad or a second device or something, and go ahead and queue up Godzilla vs. Kong. At the proper moment, we'll count down from 5. We'll all hit play at the same time. I'll be wearing headphones, so there's no overlapping sound quality to worry about. And we will enjoy this magnificent monster fighting motion picture together. So it'll be quite a good time, I think. If you're joining us, sound off in the chat. Sound off. Let us know you are excited. Let us know who you think will be the victor, Godzilla or Kong. Steven resubscribed for 8 months.
Boom, 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 boom,
now that
boom,
is commitment, Steven.
boom, 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 yeah!
One more month and your subscription to Met Comedy Night could bear a child, Steven.
Could. And I wonder if that would be a Kong child or a Godzilla child. Oh, I see people taking sides in the chat. We're taking sides.
Are popping in. RDG says, I really wish Ultraman would show up. That would be quite exciting. And Clark Hunt is saying Kong for the win. I think I'm hoping we've got a come from behind victory from Mothra myself. Nothing like that big old moth. Hollywood would never let Godzilla win. Not in these United States, at least not with our history of how we treat Asian American people here. A dark history in a very dark and troubled nation, America. What a place. And King Kong, in a way, he represents the American man. He wants to climb to the top of the New York State building. He wants to gaze over the city. A powerful man, the King of New York. What American man does not wish to become the King of New York? not Godzilla. By the way, this is, of course, movie night on Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. I'm sipping a Diet Coke.
I've got a regular Coke.
There we go. We went all the way around that can. What a drink to keep you caffeinated to enjoy a motion picture film. Why, I'd say the only thing that would go better with that would be a big old bucket of popcorn. But because popcorn is loud and crunchy, tonight I'm snacking on 'tis the season for jelly beans. We're eating some Starburst jelly beans. None of the companies are paying us for this, but that's okay. That's just how we are enjoying the film tonight. My goodness.
I happen to have some Bayside kettle corn.
Wow,
So it is caramel corn with the Old Bay that I'm getting to enjoy tonight with this very special movie, very special popcorn.
Very special times. Okay, let's see. What are folks saying in the chat? Is Godzilla the underdog then? I think they were friends at the end. Whoever wins. I want to see the world's biggest hug. Maybe Kong wins because Godzilla has already had his own 2 movies, but Kong has only had one. A valid possibility. Yeah, a bug hug and maybe a good cry. A big hug. All right, now that everyone watching this has heard the chat, let's get ready to get into it. It is 8:09. Speaking of sponsors, we're not paid by Diet Coke and we're not paid by Starburst Jelly Beans. Well, you know who's also not paying us? The Maryland Ensemble Theater. And you can support them and these show and everything we do by going to marylandensemble.org/donate. They've got a great production up right now called Something Brilliant, The Rise and Fall of the Illumination Cult, a mockumentary that features our own Czar the Bizzare, Cliff McCallister. Cliff McCallister, of course, the host of Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. If you're curious to know what we do on a normal week on the show, we take your calls to hear about your examples, your stories, experiences with the unexplained. Of course, tonight, we're watching Godzilla vs. Kong, but next week, phone lines are opening up, so get ready to share your experiences. All right, here we go. It's 8:10. It appears we have a bit of a quorum. Folks, ready to watch Godzilla vs. Kong. Let's get ready to blast off into this. So here's the way it's going to play out, folks. Here's the way it is going to go. I'm queuing this up on HBO Max. I recommend you do the same. But if you happen to stumble on... What was that? Oh, you're just gearing up. You're gearing up. You're getting ready. Yes. Now is the time to get set up. We are going to start this stream in just about a minute, so we're going to give you folks a second to hop onto HBO Max and find Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm going to tweak the lighting in here. It's movie night, folks. Doesn't look like it tweaked it that much, but it sure feels like a world of difference to me. All right, let's see. Roar, roar. People are roaring in the chat for Godzilla vs. Kong. All right, folks, if you've got it up on HBO Max, we are going to start this stream in just a minute. Now, Steven, we're going to have a timer down at the bottom of the screen. So when I hit play, then we will have the timer up. And if you join late, or if you have to step away for a minute, you'll have the timer there. You'll know how far into the movie we are as we watch and enjoy Godzilla vs. Kong. So let's get, if you're in the chat, you're watching along, go ahead and type in a ready for us. If not, let me tell you, boys, Steven, I love to drink a nice cold Diet Coke. Ready, ready, all right. Well, you know what I hate to do? Drink a nice cold Diet Coke. I want to watch a movie. So let's get into it. All right, folks, we are counting down. Here we go. Let's hands together, hands together. Now, hands apart. I got one hand up. You got your other hand. Get that on the trigger there. Get ready, because we are going to start Godzilla vs. Kong, rated PG-13 on HBO Max. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we are going. Yeah, look at this Warner Brothers logo. It's dirty, it's futuristic. Things are happening. Here we go. Who else? What other major motion picture company co-produced this film? If not, but Legendary. This is off to an incredible start for the film. Nature and nuclear collide. Creatures are squawking. And somewhere on Skull Island, sleeps Godzilla. King Kong sleeps King Kong. Wow, what a slip up. Whoa, what is this music? I'm leaning in already. All right, Godzilla's he's like a single dad.
Very, very sweet, sweet music.
This is like King Kong lives alone on an island like he's the Big Lebowski. He's notably older than he was in King Kong Skull Island.
He also takes showers. That was an early morning shower there.
Yeah, he's a clean man. A clean ape. Grandpa King Kong. Okay, and there's technology on the island. A little out of place, I think. Like someone left their soda can in the shot. Is this lost? An pertinent question to what we are facing down right here. She made a little doll of him. How delightful. How kind.
Could she be controlling
He's going to kill the sun. Whoa! What in the world?
Whoa!
This is.
I did not see that coming.
Intro. Okay, so there's a missing King Kong movie where they capture a Kong, because they definitely didn't do it in Skull Island.
Yeah, it was like that one movie with Jim Carrey in the bubble. He's just in this big thing.
I guess they probably did this one first, so they could do that cool reveal, and then they'll go back and film the one in between.
Of course.
A lot happened because Skull Island was in the 70s. Yep. Deaf representation? Possibly.
Thank you, Two Black Cats, for mentioning the Truman Show. That's what I was getting at, the Truman Show.
Oh, absolutely. I watched Skull Island for the first time last night, and they're doing the same thing with these credits, and I enjoy it. The mishmash of real historic footage and their sci-fi mythology. I love it when they do that in movies. Kyle Chandler from Friends. There's so much information to take in, and I'm not retaining any of it. There's a monster in Japan. It's got atomic breath. The bombs are dropping. Odd to co-opt that awful thing that we did for this story. Unless that's part of how the mythology of it. In which case, good for them for reclaiming that awful thing that we did. He's got a nuclear pulse. Wow, spit in my mouth, Daddy.
Okay.
All right, but how cool are the skull creatures? Whatever John C. Reilly called them.
There's a lot going on here. I will say, very cool.
They
very
cram
cool.
as much exposition into the credits as they can, so they can just make the Godzilla and the King Kong fight each other.
Get right to the action.
The origin story of King Kong is that he was awoken by an atomic bomb. Godzilla, sorry. Okay, so that makes sense then. In that case, good for them for reclaiming that terrible thing we did. Turning it into a fun mythology. Cliff, did you ever watch Pacific Rim? Yes, I love Pacific Rim. Okay. This is a man on a mission. He is going to uncover some big shit. Could be the Cliff of this universe. Oh. Funny joke from MGV in the chat says, I applied to work on that film. I was hoping for a Pacific Rim job. Or don't chi. All right, some Godzilla real-world origins from the chat. With the nuclear bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the Lucky Dragon 5 incident still fresh in the Japanese consciousness, Godzilla was conceived as a metaphor for nuclear weapons. The more you know. What is Bernie doing in this room? Bernie's acting way sus.
Hand sanitizer. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's really in the zeitgeist right now. I guess if you're acting really suspicious but in a really annoying way, you could get away with it like that. All right, let's get those big secrets. Let's not eat apples, the worst sounding fruit. All right, so it sounds like he stole this information at the exact right time. Oh boy, here it is. Okay, folks, oh, look at that mouth. There he is, Godzilla. Okay, we got people sounding off in the chat on an unrelated note, but related to the awful sounds of apple crunching. About the ability to crunch a banana, which is a truly offensive mouth sound quality.
He doesn't have a clearance tag.
The most suspicious man ever. You gotta play it somewhat cool if you're going through this kind of thing. Bernie, come on. Okay, all right. I don't know about this mechanical garbling. Okay, is this gonna become a Mecha Godzilla thing? It seems uncharacteristic of current Godzilla, but very characteristic of old Godzilla. See, I have not seen the most recent Godzilla movie, so I don't. But I understand he's a more peaceful creature or something.
Me either. I feel like I watched the very
They're
first
explaining
one.
the exposition. Thought to be a hero to humanity, but now he's attacking. Now he's attacking the war profiteering industry. Go, Godzilla, go!
That's right.
Gonna end all wars. Godzilla's showing up at Raytheon. He's breaking the doors down. I suppose this guy with his little podcast is very much the McCallister of this universe. All right, we're hoping that Matthew Broderick makes a return in this one. I don't want to bring politics into this, but Pensacola is home to Bob Jones University. Maybe Godzilla is here to root out fundamentalist Christianity. He's coming for the fundamentalist Christians and the war industry. He's hurting people and we don't know why. Godzilla, we can't read your mind. Won't you tell us what's bothering you? All right, but Millie Bobby Brown has the set that's most like the Strange Times Indeed set.
Clearly a fan of Cliff. Probably watching with us right now.
Probably Millie Bobby Brown. Hey,
say hello in the chat.
Tell us about Stranger Things. Another week. We're watching your movie. All right, and now there's a Dracula in the movie. That's probably the Ivan T. Sanderson of this world. Ivan T. Sanderson, the author of Invisible Residents. All right, we'll be the judge of that. Let's see how interesting we got. Okay, it's a Hollow Earth, looks like. Folks, I am leaning in. I'm all about this. See, this is the problem with the arms industry. You find out we've got a Hollow Earth and they want to tap into that power and create a weapon more powerful than Godzilla? When will their lust for blood end?
It's just like capitalism. It just always has to have growth. If you have weapons, you need more weapons.
You're not allowed to watch our program. Okay, was his brother a character in another movie? I was watching Dracula before this. Dracula, the Bram Stoker's on Hulu. I saw they just added that. Put it on my list. Maybe we'll stream. So sometimes we would watch movies on Instagram. That's where we typically do it. But this is a big one. So we might watch Bram Stoker's Dracula sometime on Instagram Live. Follow me there at Strange Times Indeed. All right, we're going into the Hollow Earth in a hologram. Hollow Earth hologram. I bet they're real proud of that one. Why don't they try talking to him? Why don't they try asking Godzilla why he's so angry? I don't think the brother was in the other movies. Okay. So his brother died in this thing that we don't know anything about. Whoa, hottie alert. I completely forgot he was in that secret complex. But frankly, I think it's inhumane.
But that shot made him look like such a badass for sure.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see if we commit to this deaf representation. Wonderful. So, can somebody explain this to me in the chat? Why do they have to stop Godzilla to go into the Hollow Earth? I know because that's the premise of the movie. But what is Godzilla doing that's preventing them from getting there? They've got King Kong. They've got this massive thing. I just
Perhaps
think
he's
they can still
from
talk
there?
it out. What was that?
Maybe he's from there, guarding the entrance to it, and now that Godzilla's
It sounds like whatever he got from that like technology place might be important to getting there, and that's why they have to stop him. Something like that.
And I wonder if they mentioned saving the little girl's world, because is she from this area?
Well, so she's I think perhaps stand-in for the native Iwi people from Skull Island.
Gotcha.
But I don't know if she's actually from that island or if she's just that woman's daughter. All right, here we go. Oh, riding the big boy out on a boat. King Kong knows how to get to Hollow Earth. But I don't understand why Godzilla's preventing him from getting there, I guess. This is some easy listening. If you're tied down to a boat, like, this is the nice thing you want to wake up to. And you'll find yourself in the middle of the open sea and you'll go, I guess this is okay. Yeah, so watch yourself. All right, here we go. The cocky guy meets King Kong. Will they bro it out? Oh, bring it in for a fist bump, big boy. All right, she's gonna kick some ass.
Most certainly. He thought he was in charge, and clearly he's not.
This woman has big top energy, Steven. All right, here we go. What? We are in the rain. I'm still not convinced Kong's going to lead them anywhere. I just can't help but feel he hasn't agreed to this trip yet. I like that Sarsgaard is playing a more normal guy instead of a scary, abusive dude. Is that one of the Skarsgård brothers? Sarsgaards. That woman is the Jane Goodall of this cinematic universe. But then if Jane Goodall, like, betrayed the gorillas and put them inside of a TV show.
Kong bows to no one.
Kong bows to no one. All right, this sounds like we're setting up for a fight to the death. Okay, hearts are beating, folks. And just walk right out into the rain. Okay, here we go. Someone is awakening the beast. What is this girl doing? No! Is she supposed to be out there? Is that child supposed to be out there in the rain approaching big King Kong? Is she supposed to be out? Think with your brain. Come on. Oh my goodness. Of course. She's not supposed to be out there. But look, she soothes the savage beast. But not really. Oh, nope. Here it is. Okay. Now we're getting into some legendary mythology here. Look at it. Phone home. Phone home. The common greeting of the extraterrestrial. Is Kong even from this planet? Kong's not going to take them to the Hollow Earth if he's from another Earth. Unless those we believe to be from another Earth are actually from within the Hollow Earth itself. Layers upon layers we are working with here. Kong doesn't understand and we want to help him. All right.
He told me.
King Kong learned sign language? I can't believe he picked that up. If a normal gorilla could do it, who could think a gorilla with 20, 30 times the brain size would be capable of figuring out sign language? It's not like I cannot believe that in the King Kong cinematic universe, they've never seen a gorilla use sign language. That this is so mind-blowing that King Kong might be able to as well.
Or maybe it's mind-blowing because maybe he's a telepath.
Maybe what?
Could he be a telepath?
That's possible.
Seemed more like it was sign language, though, right?
I think it was sign language, but you can never rule it out with these kinds of things. There are those who have had telepathic communications with Bigfoot. So, oh, great music here. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Hey, look, he's breaking the law. Yes, they are doing the thing where the kid can communicate with King Kong through sign language. Technically, anyone with sign language can communicate with him now. But they're surprised that he was able to pick it up, even though everyone talked in sign language around him. Okay, and now we're getting into some dubstep, Stranger Things sounding electric music. Here's a fun project. If you take the rantings and ramblings of Cliff McCallister, the host of Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister, and create an album, you sampling my ravings, over electronic music. That'd be pretty cool. That's great. I don't think they got any real lawsuits from that, but all right. This fella throwing down. He sold him out for $10.
What are they gonna do with a fish? I mean, am I right?
What is this? What is this accent that Bernie's suddenly doing? This is good. This guy's been embedded himself working there for 5 years, and he's had a podcast about it this whole time. Like Apex, this company never background checked him to see if he had a podcast talking about their advanced cybernetics. And she was killed by Godzilla.
Dun dun dun.
There's got to be some connection to her death. Otherwise, I'm not sure why they brought it up, except to just make him sad for a minute.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Wildy, thanks for joining us. Thanks for following us. Anyone who's just joining us, we're streaming Godzilla versus Kong. It's a watch party. We've got the time in the corner over on this side. You see just how far into the film we are. Join us. We're floating over the Tasman Sea. And King Kong is eating some incredibly large fish, considering how big King Kong is supposed to be in this film. But he's grunting contentedly. A true king.
Messy and sloppy eater. You know, a lot of it was falling out of his mouth while he was chewing. I mean, if he was really hungry, wouldn't he try and eat all of it? It's very casual, though. He's a king.
He's an animal, Stephen.
He's a king.
Do you think Godzilla eats a shark? Just like casually? Yeah, I'm sure Godzilla would probably eat whatever it was hungry for. This They've got King Kong living on this Truman Show set, and they somehow escape the fact that he could do sign language. A visual way of communicating. I know in Kong Skull Island, Kong beats up and eats a giant squid like in the beginning of the film. So I believe Godzilla would do that as well. No one can keep the reins on Kong. So far, we're really setting up Kong to be the hero of this film.
Seems awful lot like the protagonist. It's very interesting. I almost don't see it going the other way unless that's what we're not supposed to be expecting.
Yes, sir. I mean, this is a 2-hour film. And if Godzilla and Kong are going to fight this whole time, there's got to be a few twists and turns. After all, we are all going into a hollow earth to find an energy source that we can use for weapons. Godzilla ain't gonna like that. Oh, there's urgent chatter. We are urgently chatting. I wish someone was the son of the guy in Skull Island that was John C. Reilly's character. Yes, would be great to see that legacy. Yeah, also, you're in the middle of the ocean. What's really going to happen if you unchain him? Where's he going to go?
He's going to save you and come back to the boat. Oh no, is Godzilla going to... Oh no!
Okay, that's no good. All right, they got to unchain this Kong. They are sitting ducks otherwise. They really think they're going to just bomb Godzilla to death? Yeah, that's what happens.
We've seen that not work before. Come on.
Godzilla has appeared already. Yes, Godzilla is back. Godzilla appeared earlier in the film just attacking this cybernetic thing, and now they're taking King Kong on a boat through the ocean, and Godzilla has shown up and is just tearing through these boats like the...
Great entrance. A great entrance.
Yes, an incredible entrance. Just showing these folks who's the boss. Destroying ship after ship. And now it's right below Kong. Whoa, okay. We are flipping out. This would be an unpleasant experience if you were on that boat. This is what it feels like when you get hit by a wave at the beach.
They should hit the release button now.
Yes, they gotta unchain Kong if they have any hope of surviving this. All right, we gotta break some windows if we're gonna survive this thing. He's trapped underneath the boat. He's chained in there. All right, we are gonna hit that release button. lots of drowning happening here. And folks, I'm gonna say I am not a fan. I'm just really sad we didn't get a buddy movie entirely of Randy and Mavis's character hanging out on Skull Island. Yes, I agree. That would have been a nice, they can do a prequel film. Alarms are beeping. If you're just joining us, we're watching Godzilla vs. Kong. We're 42 minutes into the film. Godzilla and Kong are meeting for the first time on the open sea. The Godzillas versus the Kongs are happening. All right, and now Godzilla's getting away, it seems. All right, Kong is going boat to boat. Wowza. These are some sturdy boats, I'll tell you what.
When you design a boat, you gotta make sure that a giant ape can jump on it at mid-sea and the boat still floats. That's how you know you're a successful boat engineer.
That's American engineering right there. You know what I enjoyed about Kong Skull Island was it was, in a way, a very subtle anti-war film. Where you've got Samuel L. Jackson going after King Kong just because he's upset that America forfeited the war in Vietnam. And he's like, we will, American imperialism will prevail. We're going to kill this big chimp. They close out with We'll Meet Again from Dr. Strangelove. Subtly, an anti-war film. There we go. Okay, look at that. This, however, hard to say. We'll find out. All right. Oh, and Godzilla is back in the sea. If Godzilla didn't come from beneath the sea to begin with, this would be a real setback for him. But okay, we are blowing lasers into the sky. Look at that. That's going to be a big miss. All right, Kong is in the water, folks. Oh, okay, and a bite to the shoulder. They are tussling and tangling under the water. We've got aircraft sinking to the depths of the sea. All right, Kong is getting up. Oh, and he's got him by the leg and pulling him back down into the depths. All right, All right, it looks like the American forces are firing depth charges into the sea to throw off Godzilla's sensibility and maybe get Kong back up to the ocean, though it's hard to imagine that those depth charges will have an effect on Kong that they don't have, or have an effect on Godzilla that they don't have on Kong. So Godzilla is an amphibian. Yep. Or as some sort of, I believe it technically a reptile of some sort, but one that is from beneath the sea. Oh, okay. This is how we know King Kong is a man. We see him nearly drown and he comes up and he coughs up water. It's humanizing to see him beat down like this. This is really the closest thing our program is going to get to watching like Rocky or UFC fights.
It's crazy. He rolls onto the bed of the boat that had captured him, Just as weak as he was when he was being chained, but now he's out of energy. Very, very metaphoric.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when you're going up against Godzilla, I think playing dead and playing alive, probably best to pretend you're done for. All right, they can see each other. These two are not friends. Look at that snarl. That is an expressive boy.
Wicked snarl, like yeah.
Wicked snarl. These two do not like each other. That is apparent. But Godzilla, a man of honor, will not take down Kong while he is resting. I guess if they can't move, they are by definition stuck there. How's Kong with heights? How are heights with Kong? What do you have that's going to lift that creature? Not friends yet. Tap water, good nickname. The joke is that they came up with that secret handshake really quickly. I'm gonna not let myself be thrown by how quick they had a secret handshake and just be like, it's funny, and that was the point. After all, it is but a movie. I should not take it too seriously. Okay, that big thing that we saw was gone. I'm sure Godzilla took it. Hey guys, it's behind this door. Okay, we're going to a cyberpunk world. Wow, hate to see elevator numbers moving that quick. A nightmare to plummet down that fast. Roswell, New Mexico. All right, baby, we're getting into this.
I'll bet their ears popped on that elevator.
They probably did going down that fast, but you got to go down to the secret underground tunnel systems that tie together our United States. Expressway to Roswell, New Mexico. Who'd have thought the industrious rich would have a contingency plan in case the environment should fail us? Okay, skull crawlers. Maybe she's related to John C. Reilly. I don't know how else she would have that terminology. Because everyone from that trip agreed not to talk about what happened on Skull Island. Somebody knows about the skull crawlers. The skull crawlers! A delicious breakfast treat. Okay. They're going to Hong Kong. Oh, okay. Maglev.
What?
There is a lot happening in this film right now. They're going to reach the devil's speed.
You see the curvature of that tunnel? That's how fast they were going. You could see
the. Okay, we are flying Kong to the Antarctic. He is hurting. He's got a bruising from that last fight. Let's see if he has the strength to journey into the Hollow Earth.
Imagine how much fuel.
Was that
like I was saying, imagine how much fuel, they're burning to fly Kong.
To get into this Hollow Earth.
Yeah,
but Kong's no longer just like a crazy idea. Kong exists now, and here they have brought him to the Hollow Earth. That's a rude awakening. At least get the ape a coat. Got frost on his fur. All right, we are grunting curiously. Maybe they're just hoping that Kong will, by chance, lead them into the Hollow Earth. And they will follow him. Follow him wherever he may go. There isn't an earth too hollow. There are more dolls down that hallway.
Doesn't seem to like that idea. I think he's probably worried about people being on the planet with Godzilla being on the planet. Maybe he's still thinking about protecting these people.
Well, it's also important to remember that the skull crawlers from Kong's Skull Island came from within the Earth. So it's very likely that the things that Kong most opposes are from this Hollow Earth, as opposed to being from where Kong is from.
That's a good point.
Although they seem to believe the opposite, and that's what they're going to tell him. So we'll see. I'm a little concerned, especially knowing that this Apex Corporation is shipping out skull crawlers to Hong Kong. Here's what I think is going to happen. My prediction is that there is going to be a global conspiracy to release these skull crawlers out into the world, wipe out the lower classes, and it let the rich live in peace and harmony on the 32nd level beneath the earth. And they have to pit King Kong and Godzilla against each other so they can release the skull crawlers, when if the two would work together, they could defeat them. Now, supposedly there will be a definitive winner in this film, so it might not work out that way. But that's my plot twist prediction.
That's leaning into the potential that they could be friends, that our RDGRDG 84
That's
is
true.
it has been
We're
proposing.
55 minutes into a 2-hour film. There's always still time for friendship. Would be nice to get an inkling that anybody on this film was a friend. All right, we are just swinging through the depths of the Earth. The Antarctic. Okay, we're getting into Hollow Earth physics. Maybe Kong will heroically sacrifice himself, making Godzilla the default winner. It's a possibility. Let's see. We are falling into a Hollow Earth. Really, the only way to enter a Hollow Earth is by falling. Oh, and there's a time. There's a tunnel. What in the world? We've warped it through a wormhole inside this Hollow Earth. What is happening? It's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Oh my goodness. I was not anticipating this. They're gonna wake up in a bedroom old and gray until the Star Child spits them out. Here we go. Okay. And now we're following back into the Hollow Earth. Whoa, okay. And now we're we're inside of the Earth. Land on the above us and land below us. Plummeting. Uh-oh. Kong's about to... This is unpleasant. All right, they're going to try to stabilize because they've got anti-gravity devices. All right, this is... Kong will survive this, but this is going to hurt pretty badly for the people in that ship. Yeah, how does gravity work in a Hollow Earth situation? Once you're inside there. I applaud the filmmakers for trying to address this particular conundrum. You would be pulled by the gravity of the outer rims.
I'm confused because there was a lot of falling sideways for a while. So
yes. But it seems that Kong and the ships have gotten their bearing.
It does.
And we are bounding through this Hollow Earth in search of life or weapon generating energy. Hollow Earth isn't compatible with gravity. Well, not if you make it up for your science fiction film. Creatures are hooting and hollering. Well, these are like the creatures from Kong's Island. Hollow Earth isn't compatible with gravity, so people argue that the theory of gravity is flawed and incorrect. I guess if you'd believe in a Hollow Earth, you'd have to. Okay, look at that. Now that is the kind of monster we want to see.
Wow.
These are like xenomorph kites.
Whoa.
Cobras. Flying cobras almost.
Just wow.
We love creatures.
It's a snake with freaking wings. A flying snake.
All right, now they are trying to bomb out this snake to rescue Kong. Kong, a complete stranger in this world. It's wild to think they would try to keep Kong under observation to find a way to weaponize him or something. when they could have probably gotten these awful snake creatures. Oh, rips its head off it. Look at all that green goo. Oh, dinner time.
Well, they didn't feed him on the trip. He didn't get a snack with his flight, you know.
Whoa, he's waking up. He's waking up more little crabbies.
Oh, yikes-a-roni.
That are getting eaten by these big Gila monster looking things. Okay, when you just make a lizard look big, that's not as impressive. Sorry, Steven. We love the monsters. But I say, gotta love the practical effects as a preference. It seemed like when he ripped off that thing's head, the goop looked computer animated. Just make some real goop. Okay, we've got floating zero-gravity rocks. I guess this would be a common effect inside a hollow Earth. Not quite dense enough to stay grounded. All right. Oh, well, this is probably that super powerful rock or element that they're going to use to create a weapon more powerful than Godzilla. So while these rocks are very nice and cool to look at, American imperialism is sure to have its way with it. Oh, phone home! This scene looks like the middle school fantasy folder. Oh, yeah. Lots of neon. Very like future techno pop sci-fi, which is always fun to look at. Oh, that's troublesome. Maybe he shouldn't have screamed as loud as he could when he entered that room. Bernie says he really hates this place like he's been here before. Oh, they are about to walk into a demonstration of death. This is a bad time for them to be in this area. I'm really worried about these scrappy young go-getters. Man, what a cool future set, though. They did play laser tag in there.
At this point, if I was those kids,
joining us, we're watching Godzilla vs. Kong.
I would have stayed home if I was those kids, for sure.
Yes, they made a mistake walking into this secret government facility. This really feels really Pacific Rim. Possibly. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We got cyberpunk music going. Get that synthwave flowing. Oh, okay. We've got a Mecha Godzilla, folks. That's controlled by, yep, nope, this is very Pacific Rim. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and then use this film to make a branch film into Pacific Rim, and then let Guillermo del Toro make the sequel he wanted to make. Oh, okay. Mecha Godzilla gonna fight some skull crawlers. A great creature design on the skull crawlers. I have to say, I love them. They've got kind of that fucked up bone face similar to the bear in Annihilation. Only 2 legs and kind of a snaky body. All right, and this is just gonna rip them in half. I'm certain of it. Oh no, it's gonna blast it with a laser beam. Whoa, okay. Whoa, right. I'm not sure how I feel about that face. Did that guy just like come to in order to make
Yes.
Godzilla shoot out the laser beam?
I thought the same thing. It was definitely pleasurable.
Pleasurable.
That
was definitely that man's like orgasm face.
It had to be.
Mecha Godzilla, an incredible sexual robot. This is very Pacific Rim if Pacific Rim fucked. Which it did in some ways. The over-the-topness of this movie is pretty sweet. Yeah, I gotta say. We're just throwing everything at the wall and it's all sticking. But they'll never replace him in my heart. They were probably he could use his nuclear senses, perhaps, to get a sense for what that thing was. And that's why he destroyed that facility and probably took it. Because he knew they were trying to make something as powerful as Godzilla.
Yes, and he felt the surge of that test drive. Now he's going to go.
And now he's felt the surge of the other ones. He's going to go over there and mess them up. But they've built the Godzilla, so this is where it's going to get tricky.
I don't know if they have enough energy, but Kong is trying to find that energy to power the Mecha Godzilla, I think.
Kong is, perhaps, yeah.
I think that's so. The energy that they need to power the Mecha Godzilla.
Now, I don't think Kong knows that that's what he is doing.
Definitely does not know.
American capitalists are kind of setting up so they can fund their war machine and continue an endless war now without the needs for something like Godzilla, because we can, instead of having men fight our wars, we can automate them through drone strikes and stuff like that. A deep film.
Very deep. And Kong now is deep in some cave. There's handprints to push
perhaps a metaphor
the doors
for
open.
Religion. The church approaching the altar. Marriage, am I right? Makes you want to scream. Steven, I'm hearing some background sound from you, I think. Oh, a tool! The chimp has found the tool and thusly has fully evolved. All right, 2001: A Space Odyssey up in here. Now, here's the other question. How do they get out of the Hollow Earth? How do they fall up? Okay. Oh, and so they've just ridden their little ship to the room that Kong was in. Look how big that fella is. That is one big boy. Oh, cool. Awful bats are in this cave. They gotta play this moment real cool. Apex Cybernetics, Hong Kong. Okay, this guy does not have his employee badge. This is going to be trouble. These little kids don't have employee badges either. I'm worried about all of them. My battery is low. Got a piece right before the movie's going to get crazy, I'm sure. Thanks for joining us for as much time as you did. We hope you'll join us for future movie streams and every future episode of Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister, Thursdays, normally at 9 on twitch.tv/medcomedynight. Oh, okay, so they are feeding DNA from one of the other monsters that were killed in a previous film to create a supercomputer out of its skull. Hearts to you, RDG. The notorious RDG. Okay, now this is a really cool, like this would look really cool if they did a wide shot of it. A profile wide shot of the guy sitting in there with all the wires coming out of the giant dinosaur skull. That would be a cool thing to see in a wide shot. Really missed an opportunity to have that cool image in your movie. Whoa, so much for that bridge. Real Point Pleasant scenario happening here. Hong Kong, the city of lights. Neon lights. Okay. They got set up in Hong Kong right quick. Interesting to think that they can move faster than Kong or than Godzilla. Oh, they've got a Titan shelter. They're used to giant monsters coming out of the sea in Hong Kong. Oh. And my axe. Going with every kind of light.
Now that is cool.
He's activated. He knows, oh, okay, there's a secret key in the door. A secret key on the floor. This will open the portal back to the outer rim of the world. Get them out of the hollow earth.
Wow.
I'm predicting. Buzz, 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 buzz. The axe is powered by radiation. radiation like that housed within Godzilla. Oh, okay. And now we've got a big. Oh, this is something that could have awakened a Godzilla. Why, it's almost as if the Kongs created the Godzillas or something to that effect. Godzilla's a real chunky boy.
The set of the temple
big
and
stretch.
the set of the temple was really
Godzilla.
eerie after the.
Hold on, Steven, Godzilla's messing up the town. He did a big boy stretch and then just started going straight into the earth. Something is up. Something is happening. Things are getting intense. The robots are chittering. Oh, great. Here we go. American imperialism about to fuck everything over again. Anything for daddy. God, King Kong's gonna crunch this little robot. This is, see, Godzilla always knew that in his heart, the humans, some of the humans were bad. And Kong's about to learn that too. It's always films like this and like Prometheus where like the capitalist is played by like a hot girl boss. I'm just curious about the message that sends, or what it's supposed to mean, if anything. He's going to get in that chair. They're going to infuse it with that energy source, and he's going to go full scanners, I bet. The bats are up. Yo, they fucked up when they woke up those bats. If John C. Reilly were in this movie, he'd have a silly quip about how this is Bat Country. Whoa! Oh, this is Bat Country. Look at those sweet baby birds. What beautiful, awful creatures. Whoa, okay. This guy's gonna get his head ripped off. Oh, man. It would have been great to see him hit that thing in the head with a rock and then just, he gets eviscerated. I don't know, maybe that's my sick sense of humor. Uh-oh. Godzilla has burrowed into the Hollow Earth. And now he and Kong must fight. You can't shoot Godzilla. We can't shoot King Kong. We learned this in the first movie. I guess she didn't because she wasn't there. Yeah, he doesn't care for your hover tech. He's just gonna crush him. Yes, baby! Comrade Kong!
That's how you do it.
Here at Strange Times Indeed, one of our goals in the program is to end all wars. And I can see our friend King Kong here is perhaps a proponent of this as well. And now he is going to fall up through the Hollow Earth to do battle with Godzilla. I'm still not sure why they have to be fighting. Seems like they both would be against the same thing. Perhaps because Kong is a little monkey, and King Kong and Godzilla kind of looks like a skull crawler. He just associates them as both being bad. The thing that killed his parents. Round 2, here we go. We're getting into it, folks. All right, Millie Bobby Brown's about to get in the Mecha Godzilla suit. Millie Bobby Brown, the girl who can communicate with Godzilla or something to that effect, is about to take control of the Mecha Godzilla. Incredible that think they would not have bulletproof glass on that thing if it controls a Mecha Godzilla. All right, maybe she won't control. I think they're setting it up. That's a gun on a table. There's no way Millie Bobby Brown does not drive the Mecha Godzilla by the end of this film. Okay, we are out
I think you're right.
We are in Hong Kong. Look at this lighting. Let's get some good like techno pop music in here. Let's have some fun. Let's watch these two titans go to battle. All right, we're squaring off. Great over-the-shoulder shot. Oh, boy. There were people in that building just enjoying their lunch. Oh, right for the neck. Bang, missed on that. Oh, my gosh. We are grabbing Godzilla by the throat, trying to aim that nuclear blast away from him. Taking him into the ground. Whoa! Kick to the knee. All right. The amount of people dead right now, an absolute tragedy. We're not anywhere near the end of this battle. That's why they have it in Hong Kong instead of an American city. Like, let's be honest about that. Here we go. Okay. This fight could have happened anywhere in the world. But I guess we can't show Godzilla blast through the new Empire State Building. Oh, right into the leg. We are nuclear blasting. Get out of there, Kong. We're blazing through the city. My goodness. All right there. Probably 30 people dead. Just from his foot hitting the ground. Oh, yikes. Right in the back. But this is the impact that war has on the people who did not sign up for this. Nobody in Hong Kong wanted this American company to harness the power of Godzilla to make a weapon. But they're paying the price for it. Oh, did that just phase through the building? All right, there's one too many people in this sequence now. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got? Frisbee. Oh my gosh. It's charging up. Whoa! Bang! Right in the head. Oh boy. Nobody's going home without a concussion tonight, folks. That's Godzilla through a building. That's King Kong into the ground. Where do we go from here? The Titans are hurting. But so far, not a definitive winner. A pretty powerful shot there from Kong, but it seemed to have an equal effect on both of them. Although that guy just said round 2 goes to Kong. Hey, how about this, folks, filmmakers of Godzilla versus Kong? How about, let's say, best 2 out of 3. What do you say? We got about a half hour left in the film. I bet they'll fight at least one more time.
That was so cool, the axe being able to catch the energy from the nuclear blast.
Well,
that was epic.
His nuclear blast has the same kind of bluish glow as those rocks in the earth there. So it's the two are kind of intertwined as an energy source.
Love it.
Preemptive strike much? Oh, that's great. He's holding a construction thing like he's Donkey Kong. Oh, dang, into the building there. Didn't go all the way through, though. Now, that is some sturdy Chinese engineering. You know, they make some cool buildings over there. You don't see New York with this kind of neon. They are going at it. Ooh, that sounded like a dislocated shoulder, and Kong is down the alley. Ooh, he is hurting from that one, folks. Godzilla right back up in there, but ooh, Kong dodges at the last moment. He goes right in the building. Kong backing away as he can with the Godzilla snapping at his feet. Going full turtle mode here, slapping at the face. Godzilla is really going in at Kong's chest. This is not looking good for the big ape. Oh, but a punch to the side of the head. Godzilla did not like that. He's still got Kong pinned square to the ground there. Kong can't quite shake him off. But what's this? Could it be those beautiful blue eyes? Oh, okay, all right. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're not going to be friends. Okay, we're all screaming! All right, they got it out. They have proven that they are both screamers. It seems Godzilla is leaving him there, but Kong is pretty badly damaged. He can barely get up. Oh, this does not look good. Kong is down on the ground. The music is swelling. That may have been the end of the big beast. Could it be? Okay. We are powering up the Mecha Godzilla. Kong is down, presumably. Godzilla is up, and oh boy, this guy is jacking into the system. It's too powerful for this man, but you know who could run it? Millie Bobby Brown. Oh. the source of the Earth, the power of this, has tapped in to the Mega Godzilla, and it is no longer capable of being controlled by man because it has gained sentience. This is going to end poorly.
This is like bad robot intelligence.
Wow. Brain fried. All right, Mecha Godzilla is up. Normal Godzilla is up as well. And we are just wreaking havoc on Hong Kong. The people of China will probably take years to recover from this traumatic event. Decades, centuries, probably. But I suppose that's a metaphor for what happens when you combine nuclear energy with weaponry and countries who didn't deserve it. People who didn't deserve it. Civilians. People who are just going about their day and find themselves vaporized by this tremendous, powerful force. Oh my goodness. Right in the face. Okay. Millie Bobby Brown has confirmed what we've figured out. And Godzilla, normal Godzilla, is on the ground. All right, we are going to hack into this Apex system and try to hit the hard reset button on Mechagodzilla. Meanwhile, we're going to hold a spoon under Kong's nose and see if he's still breathing.
That was an epic punch.
You think? What was that, Steven?
He rocket blasted into that punch earlier. That was just so...
It's like Godzilla, but more powerful. He's wrecking into him. Bashing him into these buildings. I'd say the only thing that could defeat a Mecha Godzilla is perhaps two Titans of incredible power.
Like, I couldn't beat Robot Steven up.
The question is, can this wee child channel into King Kong and bring him back to life? Resurrect him? The king of King Kongs? That's a sad thing to read. What a specific reference. We're going to hotwire him to the hover car. We're going to We're going to get the brake cables from the hover car, clamp them to Kong's nipples. Start that bad boy. See what happens. What a coincidence. He's in Hong Kong too. What a time to be alive. The PF on there is short for PF Changs. Giant nipple clamps to the rescue. There we go. They're going to power this thing with teriyaki sauce. What a silly moment. All right. Whoa, oh my gosh. This is a powerful robot. Perhaps more powerful than Godzilla. At least that's what was promised. All right. Let's jumpstart this puppy. He wakes up like right before it. Whoa. Great. Kong, you have to save Godzilla! Not enemy, friend!
Someone was right earlier about this friend thing.
But I do feel like Kong does not know Godzilla's name. And I don't think he's been told Godzilla's name until just now. So how would he know which one is not enemy?
Think generally referring to
I'd be like,
the person
new one. If I were Kong, I'd be like, yes, the new one is not my enemy because it is killing the guy who killed me.
Huh. Interesting.
Just my take on it. Oh, his shoulder's still in a rough spot. That's still dislocated. Oh, I guess he just put it back in on his...
Wow.
There's like a whole scene they cut from this movie where he goes back to his hotel room like Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men and cleans up his wounds. This is not looking good for Godzilla. All right, we're gonna spit it in the mouth here. Oh, Kong to the rescue! Ride him, cowboy! Oof. All right. We got a 2-on-1 situation. Godzilla, Kong, Mechagodzilla, head through the building. They're dragging him through Hong Kong. Ooh. Secret missiles. Power punches. This Mechagodzilla's got it all. But it doesn't have a giant historic axe. Oh my gosh. Scorpion-tailed. Yes. He's going Danny Torrance on him. Jack Torrance. Whichever his name was. They put the bells and whistles into this Mechagodzilla, I tell you what. Yeah, for real, man. His solution was to just break the control panel. It's incredible that they made a Mechagodzilla that doesn't run without a control panel. They could have just unplugged it the entire time. That's embarrassing. Yes. Oh,
That
and they
was
controlled
so
it more
cool.
because it's just oil. This was like their chance to really put some explosions in a movie. Oh, right in the middle. Oh. And we've got a head, folks. We got a head. All right, Kong is taking it pretty hard. He's hurt pretty bad from that one, but Godzilla is down. Oh, and he is taking a knee there. Let's hope it's just to catch his breath. I don't think we can jumpstart him again. I could not be less invested in Nathan. Or this dad. Like, he didn't even know where his daughter was until she called and she's like, I'm in Hong Kong, the same city you're in. Who would have guessed we'd both be here because we're obsessed with Godzilla? But we went on our own adventures. Mine was on screen and yours wasn't. Bernie saved our lives. He could have. Bernie would have told us everything about Roswell. Uh-oh. Okay, come on, folks, now. This is the chance to be friends. Gia! She has a name! They made Godzilla get inebriated. Yeah, I guess it didn't really turn him off when they unplugged the computer. It just kind of shut his brain down a little bit. He's laying down his weapons. They're looking at each other. Look at those eyes, those sweet little eyes, as he walks back into the sea. He almost looks sad to be leaving his new friend. Go to him! Oh, he's already in the sea. Too late, I guess. Well. All right, looks like Godzilla's living out. King Kong's. Oh, they are just in Hollow Earth now, where they hang out and watch King Kong live. It's his new home, because they couldn't take him back to Skull Island for some reason. Oh, yes! What a nice hippy-dippy ending. And there we go. All I need is the air that I breathe. Oh boy, that, folks, terrestrials, Godzilla versus Kong. All I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. Who would have thought? Two big boys falling in love. I'd say so, Steven. Wouldn't you?
Yes, that was epic. I was really enthralled that Godzilla was smart enough to beam charge power King Kong's axe as they were fighting. I did not see that coming. Like, if I was thinking about it, I might have maybe could have predicted like something like that would have happened, but I wasn't thinking about that at all, and it happened, and it was awesome.
Now, see, here's the thing. They said there was a definitive winner of this film.
Yes.
And I would say in the fight that was purely Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla won.
Yes. Godzilla was the definitive winner.
However, in the final fight with Mechagodzilla, Kong beat Mechagodzilla, and Mechagodzilla was established to be more powerful than Godzilla normally.
Yes. Which is odd, but it's still...
So when you do the math...
When you do the math, right, it's like rock, paper, scissors a bit when you do the math. But there was help. It was still tag team, you know.
True.
And I think, you know, even with the powered axe, just King Kong couldn't have done Mechagodzilla on his own, even though he was clearly the person to have finished off Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
Which Mechagodzilla, wow, I mean, I wasn't expecting that, and he was loaded with weapons. And those weapons seemed to work against King Kong and Godzilla, but if there are similar weapons and an aircraft, those bombs don't work as effectively. So, like, I think the bombs that Mechagodzilla was armed with were just bigger and more powerful than other bombs that in other movies we've shot these creatures with.
It's a powerful machine. Well, it's powered by the, like, each one seems to have its own nuclear reactor. That's what Godzilla took out of that one place.
Right.
Or unless it was transported to Hong Kong to build Mechagodzilla, that's possible too. Though I imagine any one of these countries, I mean, if they've got one that they're powering up there in America, in that first Apex situation, I mean, it's not like these companies that are making these Mechagodzillas aren't going to sell them to competitors. It's not like they're only going to make ones for America. That's the global economy.
Right.
So they gotta, I mean, I guess after that test run, word's kind of out about Mechagodzilla. This also goes to show you should not infuse ancient spiritual, metaphysical forces into dangerous weapons and technology. Oftentimes, those ancient powers will be more powerful than whatever your computers are prepared to handle, and could cause the machine to develop sentience beyond our worst fears.
Quite literally.
Many things to take away from this film, Stephen, I would say.
Yes, it definitely had a very, like, there was Terminator themes involved in this film.
Terminators, Hollow Earths.
Which, by the way,
snake monsters, those were pretty dang cool.
This Hollow Earth thing that's happening with King Kong, you know, if Hollow Earth was, you know, like, it's like, that's why people on Earth don't know of his existence, because he's potentially in Hollow Earth right now.
Yeah.
So, like, so this Hollow Earth thing, him being hidden there, clever, I think.
Yeah. It explains a lot about where these old-timey monsters are living and hiding beneath the earth.
Wild.
Wild to think about, wild to consider. Do you believe in a Hollow Earth? And who do you think the true winner of Godzilla vs. Kong was? Go ahead and sound off in the chat. In the meantime, before we get to the results of that verbal poll, if anyone even answers it, this show, like every episode, Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister, is dedicated to the Maryland Ensemble Theater, the only theater with the guts to put us on the air. You can support them by heading over to marylandensemble.org/donate, or you can check out their newest main stage production, Something Brilliant, The Rise and Fall of the Illumination Cult, a documentary film featuring Cliff McCallister, the Czar, the Bizzare, and many others. Even you worked on that as well. You did some work making that film happen. It's all sorts of, everybody's involved, everybody's having a good time, so why don't you get involved and check that out as well? I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and watching Godzilla vs. Kong with us tonight. If you enjoyed this stream and you don't currently follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram at Strange Times Indeed. We do movie streams on Instagram all the time. We do our normal programming every Thursday at 9 o'clock right here on twitch.tv/MetComedyNight. Typically on the show, we take calls to hear from you, the viewer, about your experiences with the unexplained, and we want to hear that from you next week. We'll be opening up the phone lines then to hear about any crazy things you may have experienced. And in the meantime, follow me on Instagram. Like I said, we do more movie streams there. So those will happen outside of regular programming. You'll see me announce them. I've got a list of movies I think it would be fun to watch on the stream. We do that on Instagram pretty much whenever I feel like it. So go ahead and keep your eyes peeled there. Follow us there if you enjoyed this watch party of Godzilla vs. Kong. All right, we are getting into this. Hey, here's something you should know about the film. The story, all names, characters, and incidents portrayed are fictitious. Oh, that's all I got to read of that final notice. Hey, how about this new Warner Brothers logo? Man, it's no fun. Bring back the old one. Bring back that hand-drawn WB. I want my Who Framed Roger Rabbit looking logos. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, for following us in the chat, for watching Godzilla vs. Kong with us tonight. How fun to watch a movie with somebody in this 2020. Strange times indeed. Today has been April 1st, 2021. For Strange Times Indeed, I'm Cliff McCallister, the Czar, the Bizzare. We'll see you next Thursday at 9 o'clock. Stay strange, terrestrials. Ship is flavored like an extraterrestrial species? I'm Cliff McCallister of Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister, and this is a snack review. The Moa Burger Snack Chip. It is flavored like an extraterrestrial species that has gone extinct in the Halo franchise. What do these chips taste like? Let's let the Czar of the Bizzare tell you right now. Incredible. These chips uphold their promise by tasting like a meat, but not a meat I've ever encountered before, meaning it could only be of extraterrestrial origin. I give these snacks a buy.